All right, welcome back to Truth Lounge TV. We back with another episode, new episode. Always got a different look. We're grateful to our last couple special guests that came on, Dr. Zaya and Patricia. They definitely helped us out with our relationship series. Once again, we got a new special guest, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, Buck G. We'll let him introduce himself to you a little bit real quick. But you already know my co-partner, my co-host. We've been doing this, and we're going to keep doing this. But go ahead and tell them about yourself real quick.
Yeah, my name is Buck G from North Nashville area, 12th Avenue and Buchanan Street. Shout out to 12th Ward. Thanks for inviting me guys to the show, I've been knowing Pierre for a long time now. Great brother. Introduced me to this good brother right here. Man, we're here to talk about life, some serious topics that I think we all need to get off our chests.
Most definitely.
But hold on, first and foremost, because we both from Chicago, and we came here in a time when Nashville was kind of trying to make its transition. So you being a native here, how do you feel about the city now?
I feel like the city has a lot of opportunity that it didn't have at first, especially for the black people. Black entrepreneurship has increased dramatically. Of course, along with the bigger population comes bigger problems. So, but for overall, I think it's a good thing. The gentrification situation pretty ain't good for us locals. It requires a bunch of change, and it breaks up a lot of generational and passed down, traditions that was going on with the locals. You got houses in North Nashville, like where I'm from, that it's probably about 2-3 generations going through those houses on, and a tornado comes through, wipe it out. Here it is, somebody from somewhere else, or in a fortunate situation, comes and uses it. So it's good. It is bittersweet, but those who are willing to adapt to change, praise them.
Do you think everybody in Nashville is taking advantage of the opportunities, or do you think a lot of people in Nashville are getting pushed out and not getting the opportunities?
I
say we speaking about us,
right?
So yeah,
right. I would say that'd be true. I feel like they're getting pushed out. You have to realize that the plan is to expand downtown. Originally it was, I think, man, to me being a native, man, the cutoff line was probably when you get to James Robinson Parkway. You know what I'm saying? In our eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But now the cutoff, man, they considering Salem Town, Germantown, even Jefferson Street as considered downtown is not considered North Nashville anymore.
Do you see how far it's coming to Lafayette, to that Murphy?
Right, yeah, all that, yeah. So they expanding with downtown and trying to get rid of what they call eyesores are not good for, or considered not good for business, type of buildings, people, us, basically, trying to get us away from where their money is at. The assets is the stadium, all the stadiums, the tourism.
Anything that and they travel to see anything down there right now.
Get all that away from where they make the money at,
So, do you feel like gentrification has more so helped our community in Nashville or hindered our community? Because I actually have seen it when they try gentrification in larger cities, like when they did it in Chicago. That shit really don't work. Because in a predominantly black city, you're still getting displaced, but you're not moving out of the city really. You're just moving them to another area of the city. So a predominantly black city is kind of hard for them to gentrify. Because the only thing you can do is move in more middle class or lower class black people. Because white folks ain't really just trying to be around in certain areas, Inglewood, the low end, the Hundreds. They're not trying to do that. You see what I'm saying? So gentrification really ain't working in Chicago. You might have built some things up, made some things look pretty, and then you pretty up the white areas, like the lakefront, certain areas. But for Nashville, this is the white Mecca now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely made this a city for them.
And it's funny you say that because I even look back. I was telling somebody, explaining to him like 20 years ago, Memphis is what Nashville is now. You know what I mean? People used to go to Memphis to tour, you know, for tourism.
But Memphis was a predominantly black city.
But I'm just saying, look how Beale Street was what Broadway is now. I mean, it's only a few cities that got strips like that. New Orleans, Texas, Austin, Texas got their little strip like that. Vegas, but it's New York in Times Square. But think about Chicago. Chicago ain't got shit like that.
It's just anywhere you want to go.
You know what I mean? Like you just party and people out there just drinking, having a good time. You know, so I see the advantages of that for this city. But then once again, when I first moved down here, they had all them clubs downtown was predominantly black. It was probably like 50% black, 50% white. It ain't one black club downtown now.
But the crazy thing is, even then the population was like 70% white.
Yeah.
We were still a minority here. We're even more of a minority here now because I think it's more foreigners here than it is blacks. That's just foreigners.
Yeah.
So you got white foreigners then us. Because it's either the white Mecca or the land of opportunity for foreigners, and all they doing is undercutting prices. That's why most of these jobs don't want to pay what they know they should be paying because they can get foreigners come in and take any work.
Right.
But back to the question, do you think it's hindered us in a certain degree, politically, environmentally, educational wise, or do you think it's helping? Like they ever say it's helping. Now, you know, they're building up the projects, they tearing the project down, building other stuff up, but they're moving the same people in them, but they also have market renters in them too.
Oh man, to me, it's all about the attraction. It's all about the attraction, you know what I mean? By me being somewhat in the industry right now that deals with infrastructure of the city, we have city contracts, you know. A lot of things are outdated. A lot of things have went to, you know, reach its expiration date and new bills having to come, which requires, you know, it had to be done. Like, but so really answer your question, I feel like that it's almost like a move. The way they're doing it's almost like a move that it forces black people, nigga, you want to level up
Or get out the way.
or you want to get out the way. You know what I mean?
Because when I got out of prison,
Yeah.
I'd already had a 6-year plan wrote out, right?
Yeah.
That went out the window. Because Nashville was totally different than what it was when I went to prison. So when I got out, I had to figure this whole new Nashville thing out. But me being the type of person, I ain't gonna say me being the type of nigga I am, and at the same time, me being the type of nigga I am, I see money. I know how to look at money. I know how to watch growth. I know how to watch wealth. I know how to watch something prosper. From a distance, I can see what's happening. Sitting at the halfway house. They had one tractor running around downtown carrying people, no competition. I knew then. I said, oh, he needs some competition. What happens? 4 or 5 years later, everybody doing it. They had just maybe a couple of them little pedal bikes where people would be on.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you got shops where they're just unlimited. So I saw the opportunity when I came home.
Oh, we ain't got as a black owned one.
That's true. And I mean, we don't have anything to do with downtown as far as the financial growth or the financial opportunities that are down there. In no way, food. And the only thing we have is to rent out and allow use somebody else's space for entertainment purposes. We don't own shit. Now, if somebody may do own something, that part owners with a white man or a Jew.
I believe I think I have what Slim Huskers downtown now.
Yeah.
Is Prince of Chicken downtown.
Yeah.
You know, that was yeah.
You seen that building? Remember that building?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, those was major moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and they're homegrown. So
Right, they're homegrown.
hats off to them. But
That was a major move, and the reason why I say that not only is it a major move for them personally, I mean reaching downtown like that, but it's like a template for those. Hey, look, I done bust open the door.
Yeah, man.
But are they doing that? Are they pulling people in?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
I don't see it. I can't say it's not being done.
But everybody kind of scared of that downtown rent. They space ain't cheap.
But you also know
They space is not cheap.
that space ain't cheap. But you also know you gotta have the right color people with you to go down there too. You ain't going.
Oh yeah.
See, they
You better have a diverse staff.
They had those two groups, Slim and Huskies, and Princess Chicken. They had a home base in the black community, and they was planning to the point where who wouldn't want to invest in what you're doing if I'm coming down here, because I know who spends more money in the United States? Black folks. Even though we're going to cater to the white man and the white woman downtown, something has to be down here because we want to draw your money down here too, because you spend more money than.
But I feel like with other black businesses, some of them I think just don't want to deal with the politics that's behind getting your business in the door down there. It just ain't like you can go on Jefferson or something, see a business vacant, you call the number, yada, set up shop. Down there, you probably gotta get voted in. You going through a whole committee
And
all type of thing. You ain't going to no banquets, you ain't going to no fundraisers, but see, that's one thing that I liked about Chicago. Of course, I'm quite in tune with up there, and it's one thing the brother, what's the brother name? Frank.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one thing that advice that he had told me for idea that I was telling him what I was trying to do. Sometimes you have to get in that political arena. Favor for a favor. Sometimes you got to get on the campaign trail of some of these local elections that directly affects us that live here. Sometimes you got to get a part of those local elections, man. And hey, your business happen to be in the district that they represent. Hey,
it was that one.
Let me have a sit down.
Remember that lady that was running for something? He was trying to get on the podcast.
Yeah. So it's being in business down here on trying to do on a level like that, man. It's all about really your resources. What's in your Rolodex?
Who you know?
Yeah.
And how you know?
Is key. And
money don't get you everywhere. And these days, a voucher does. Who's gonna be accountable for you?
Don't remember we was kids, and ain't what you know is who you know.
Yeah.
They used to tell us that.
Who's willing to stamp you? Yeah. Who's willing to co-sign on your name? That's reputable. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. A face card gets you places that are safe full of money. Can't.
That's true. That's so true. That's why one of the things I try to do is keep. Like my daughter's mother hate that I keep resources.
Oh yeah. You gotta keep
but I
resources.
always look at resources like I'm not able to do everything. I don't know everything, but I know somebody that do.
Yeah.
Or if I don't know somebody that do, I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can put me in contact with somebody. And my resources gonna work for everybody I know. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. If I know and something that you need, that I can reach out to a person and get it back to you.
You done did plenty of times. It's just all different stuff.
It's a chain. If you don't work the links in your chain, you don't really have a network.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there, man. Cause like you say, my neighbor, he always be telling me, man, whatever you need help with, I got you. He pinpoint stuff at me, but it's like he throw it out there like, I ain't gonna help you if you don't say nothing to you. I mean, I'm just letting you know, hey, I got you if you need it. So
Right.
It's like, but us, that's what another thing with the pride of a lot of us, even if it's the woman or the man, we want to be like, I did it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's affect us a lot too. Like I've been telling Pierre as long as I know him, like, I know he'll go get it on his own. I don't know you like that, but I guarantee you'll go get it on your own.
Oh yeah, more there.
But it's like, if we can figure out a way to gel it together, just like I say, Voltron, we know that cat's strong by itself. We know the Power Rangers, that T-Rex, but when they form, nigga, and that's what they know how to do. like I say, them dudes be millionaires. Like you say, look who own like now it's just one nigga on the team. When you look who be owning a team and they just one person. It be multiple people. Then you got the staff or like Walmart. We think about the Walmart. The Walmarts ain't in none of them goddamn stores.
What they do is they form a body.
Yeah.
You know, if I assign you to be the arm, I'm not expecting you to do the things to just do this other leg. You know what I mean? Just be the arm. You know what I mean?
Reach out.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Then you got people, but the thing is, I've been in leadership positions in several aspects of life. And it's one thing, even just and I apply this to life in general. I deal with people according to their strengths. You assign people according to their strengths. You see what I'm saying? I got a problem in the streets. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna call my homeboy who happens to be the loan manager at SunTrust Bank. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call Pete. Cause why? Pete has a strength. You know what I need handled. You know what I mean? Me and him finna go and, you know, you gonna handle an aggressive situation or something like that. You know what I mean? If I got something just dealing with money or something like that, then the strength of the friend that's a loan manager at the bank, that's when he comes in. You see, the weak parts of some people, you know what I mean, just have to leave alone and deal with them according to the strength. You know, it ain't about trying to do, smart people don't try to do everything. What they do, they get smart people of different backgrounds, they know a little something about everything, they get about what they do, and you put them together and make them work together toward one goal. And everything will run like a real old machine. It ain't hard. Just gotta get everybody, make people see your vision.
That part.
You know what I mean?
And that's the hard part, because
Yeah.
everybody has their own vision, even the weak.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thinks their vision is the right
That shit
vision.
supposed to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing in the world, especially in our community, when it comes to men dealing with men. Everybody want their ego.
Yeah.
Their ego get in the way.
Right.
And then you got a lot of dudes don't want to see you come up because I'm up.
Yeah.
I want you to stay down so I can always feel like you're looking up to me.
I'm gonna tell you about that when you said something like that, because that's something that I done. It makes my skin crawl, man. You know what I'm saying? It be making me mad. You know what I mean? Cause I done been in a position, man. I don't mind sending no money nobody way. I don't mind sharing what I know. Trust me. Even if you do something better with it than I did, whatever I'm focused on, trust me, I'm gonna get there some kind of way. You see what I'm saying? With dedication, determination, and discipline. But I just ain't never understood how a person can just literally just withhold information just cause, you know, it's you. You feel what I'm saying? Because the answer to what you just said is because they don't view you. Well, they see it in you. But they want you to be in a position where you're making them money and they doing this. As long as I got you doing on that level, I can do this. If I give you some information that's gonna have you where I'm at, then I gotta find somebody. That means I'm gonna have to get out there in the field. And I'm gonna have to find somebody else so I can do this. You see what I'm saying? They want you to work for them all day. They offer you a job.
Make me some money.
Yeah. They offer you a job. People that come in like that, man, I tell them, I don't need no job. I ain't got no problem. You know, I have no issue getting no job. Never had no problems and nothing. I can get a job. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get past that. You know.
I used to always tell people, man, I see the doors. Just give me the job. You give me the keys. I keep trying each key till I get the opportunity.
But I got a few good guys, man, that like people, any opportunity that ever came his way, he done called me. You know what I mean? And it was a job, money opportunity. But I don't care about people. People call me, see if I want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Got a few other good men that like, bro, you know what I mean? You gotta, shoot, you need to be working on getting your own stuff, you know what I mean? Having your own business or whatever, and try to line me up with other people, including themselves, that can make that happen, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've been getting blessed to have good people, man, in my path that encourages me to do that. Because really what I want to do is, I want to do what we just talked about, what people ain't doing. I don't want to be in a position of CEO, entrepreneur, whatever, just so I can just have all this money. No, I want to be able to give opportunity, first and foremost, to my children. That's first and foremost. I want to be able to give opportunity for my children, you know what I mean? And then outside, they give opportunity for those who want it. Everybody's not built for that. No,
don't want it.
Yeah, no. Everybody's not built. Some people, man, really can make good money just working for a company name. Because I mean, you think you just finna probably, because you're a business owner, you just gonna kick back? Nah, bro. This right now, yeah, you working double the hours. Yeah, you working more hours. You know what I mean? And you ain't got the headache of, you know, you can work somewhere and. If that's the thing that gets me, if the boss man wants to give you a raise, you know, you doing 3 different positions, but he only paying you for one of them. You know what I mean?
It was 4 of us in the department. They literally fired everybody else except for me, but then gave me a raise. I'm happy about the raise, but then I started thinking like, hold the fuck up.
Now you gotta do everybody's
goddamn work
Yeah.
I'm doing. But at first I was blinded. You know what I mean? Because I saw the raise they gave me, but now I'm looking like, hold on, I used to have help over here. Y'all ain't finna hire nobody else? And it's like, nah, nigga, we gave you that raise.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now this shit don't suffice. So
I just no longer want to be in a position where a person's controlling how much I eat. You know what I mean? I don't like that.
You said about the kids.
I don't like that, yeah.
What do you think about what's going on in Nashville right now with the militia groups, Nazi groups, us coming together to go react to what we've seen from them.
Okay.
And then, you know, they had the situation where they was downtown calling the little black kids nigglets and whatnot.
Why? First of all, a shout out to those brave brothers and the ones that had the courage to, you know, go down there, you know what I mean, and see what's happening with them, you know what I mean? I respect it a lot. I feel like, and when it comes down to how they went about it, I think I would have done it probably a little more in secret. Because the mindset everybody's probably really on, man, shoot, you put that before it even happened. You know, police is already notified because, you know, internet. You know what I mean? I think I would orchestrate it a little bit better. You know what I mean? If it was really gonna be up, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling like protesting, man. That's really dang. I ain't getting nowhere.
Nah, that's the game.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they gonna sit back, they gonna laugh at us like, oh man, they holding up signs again. Yeah. They marching down the streets again.
About that loot shit. Look how that affected us since the Rodney King shit to now. Like even look, the last riot they had in Chicago, all the Walgreens in Chicago gone.
Ain't no law.
Yeah.
No, all the Walgreens. So think about all the old folks that need their medicine. Walgreens only place we use, so it hinders Chicago. Even though we mad about the Mike Brown or whatever, tell the community, but it's like, yeah, the Walgreens ain't us. We ain't tearing down our houses. We ain't burning down the block, but we tearing down their shit. But we don't understand those are the only resources we have. Now we got food deserts, like you say, the old folks. Because that's one thing I tell people. If you go to Chicago, it is so many old people. There's a lot of black old folks up there, and you know a lot of them ride the public transportation.
You know, a lot of those elderly was migrated up there when the steel industry up there boomed. A lot of them come from Mississippi.
Yeah, I was just telling somebody.
You know, a lot comes from Mississippi up there. Yeah, a lot of Chicagoans up there originally from Mississippi and migrated up there when the steel industry started booming. I want to say that was in the 30s or 40s or something like that.
Migration.
Yeah, the Great Migration. But now those I know quite a few personally of those guys that was a part of that movement of seeing what's up with them white boys, man. I didn't like. I hated what I saw.
All right, for those that don't know what we talking about, because we got a couple viewers that's out of state, Chicago, different areas. Nashville took a boom, and so a lot of people have been moving to Nashville from all over. We're one of the fastest growing cities, one of the top cities for tourism in the last so many years. And so with that boom and all these people that's coming, you've had quite a few different organizations, groups that then came out. Militia groups, Nazi groups, white supremacist groups. And you might have some black groups here that we just quiet for some strange reason. But of late, these militia groups, white power groups, Nazi groups, they've been letting it be known that they here and they here to stay. In the process of them, being downtown, showing themselves marching, covering their face, doing whatever they're doing, broadcasting their business, they happen to call some little young black boys some niggas. So a couple, some guys got together and they addressed the situation. It was a peaceful gathering to try to address the issue that those little boys that face downtown, and with the groups steady popping up, it's multiple groups. It's not just one group, it's a bunch of different groups. Now you gotta understand Nazis, you gotta understand white supremacists, you gotta understand KKK, all of them are different types of groups. Some of them don't even like each other. So every group that done been out ain't directly focused on us as a people. But it's just this one particular group was. And like I said, some guys got together and they did what they needed to do. I hope they keep doing it, because I don't want it to be a one-trick pony. Because if you're only doing something one time, you ain't really standing up.
Yeah, putting the band-aid on it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you did something. I commend everybody that showed up. I wasn't there, so I ain't got nothing negative to say. The positive thing that I want to say, let me say it again, and again, and again. And what you think about that? And what you think about that?
Want me to go over?
Whoever.
I ain't got no problem with no group not liking me.
Me neither.
I ain't got no problem with it. Sometimes I don't like individuals. I don't like my own people sometimes, you know what I mean? And uncivilized manners that they might display. But when you get to dealing and insult children, that's another ball game. That's a whole another level, you feel what I'm saying? For a kid to have to, experience something like that, that's traumatizing to a child. You know what I mean? Even though, hats off to that kid, you had kids standing up like they knew who the hell they were and what they stood for. Man, them kids wasn't going.
That's what's up.
Them kids wasn't going. I just didn't like really the response that from the law enforcement that was present. Why those kids was, enduring the insults that they was enduring. You know what I mean? It was just really passive. Just don't be like them.
You could have said something to them instead of saying something to them. Hey, stop antagonizing the situation. That's what the police could have said to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
because that's either yes, they were exercising their freedom of speech, right. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. But there is a such thing as disorderly conduct. Mm-hmm. That was one of them. Mm-hmm. There is a such thing as verbal assault. Mm-hmm. That was one of them. I almost went to jail for verbal assault one time.
There's such thing as a racially motivated hate crime.
Yeah. Yes.
And that is a crime.
Yeah. I can name several crimes that group, committed just by what they were doing to those kids. But the response of law enforcement, man, it just go to show you that there is a double standard. Yeah. When as a black law, as a white law, white law is way more lenient. I can't walk up as a black man. Us as black men cannot walk up to no white person in front of law. White child at that. Mm-hmm. In front of law enforcement and call them a cracker,
A hunky.
a heel jack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Without some sort of force, they gonna get up. At least they gonna get up in my face and say, and threaten me with being arrested. They gonna do something.
But what make you say what make that situation crazy again is because they skin color. So they're protecting their kind because he.
You had something else out there protecting them though.
I seen that.
Yeah.
You just read my mind. I was like, I wonder.
See, that's the thing, and that's the bullshit that blue. So because you wear a badge, don't mean you gotta stand for bullshit.
Well,
Your job is to protect and serve the people, so you protect and serve, especially children. That's the most innocent thing we got on earth. So why would you allow a grown ass man to sit there and disrespect the child in front of you and not straighten him, but address the child and move the child away from?
Yeah, that's what I could understand. You're addressing the children to get the children to, kind of disregard and leave them alone almost. Even when the child put his bucket down and I guess he used the drum on or whatever and was approaching the white boys with his fist clenched, police officer stop. You know what I mean? But you don't see no officer facing them say, hey, cut that shit out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I guarantee that they probably recorded it too, going home telling their wife, look at this shit. This is what
when the Nazi group was standing over the bridge, I actually witnessed that myself. Headed home. And it's a law. It's when you, because people was pulling over on the side of the interstate. I'm thinking it's a wreck ahead or something, but it wasn't. Yeah, that's a law that they broke. Yeah, just by doing that, interfering with traffic or something. You know what I mean? Disturbing the peace. Yeah. They got
We should have never even stopped for that because they were directing their energy towards us. But we took that as an assault on us when it wasn't even directed at us.
But it didn't cause us to get mobile neither. What caused us to get mobile,
I think
was them children.
Eventually caused us to get mobile.
Yeah.
But the moment in time that pushed the button
was the keys.
But the thing is,
and it should have,
just like when we had little girls put that movement together at that time for the Black Lives Matter thing downtown.
Yeah.
The little black girl from Franklin or whatever, the little white girl from Franklin, whoever it was. It was one time.
Yeah.
One time ain't changing shit. If we gonna stand up every motherfucking day.
30 days straight.
Stand up and make
But guess what?
Standing up one time, a motherfucker's like, oh, they really don't want no problem.
But guess what? It ain't even the act of standing up. It's where you stand up at.
Hey, trust me.
You know what I mean? Because guess what? Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you something. When you piss them honkies off, man, about what they feel like was wrong, they done it at the right place. Guess what that was? The Capitol.
That was that's they
wasn't in their neighborhoods though.
No, that's their shit.
You understand? You know what I'm saying? Now what I'm saying is,
laws.
But guess what?
Shit. That's not our shit. This country wasn't made for us. This country was made for them.
Listen, but what I'm trying to tell you is,
this country for them to run.
but those you see, you got degrees of white folks. The degree of white folks that pull that what they call an insurrection or whatever the case may be, those are white folks that's really not with the race shit. They with the government shit. They see the enemy as the government. They don't even see you as. How they gonna see you as? They can't see us as an enemy. We ain't got no power to. We got the power, but they don't see us exercising. We don't. We're not a threat. We're truly, in reality, we ain't no threat because they know the potential is a threat, but they know actually putting that into reality. They know they ain't really gonna do that.
Every
so
time that
they really looking over that.
Every time
they know the government
and create a situation where we're a threat.
Yeah.
We sell ourselves out.
Yeah, because we gonna guess what? Because we need money, and as soon as somebody, because the Black Lives Movement started off black, until this Jewish motherfucker come around and offered that check.
It was always funded by him from the
CTC though.
Huh?
It started off with him too. He was the number one funder for the Black Lives Matter movement.
I ain't know that.
Hey, but like they say, they hate us.
Same thing with the NAACP.
But I guarantee you,
You know,
say,
they fund mostly all the music industry. The music
anything that got something to do with us.
Desecrate us.
It's a Jewish person that got anything to do with us if it make money. NAACP, they helped start that with Ida B. Wells and what's the black dude name? It was a white dude that was a Jew. Black Lives Matter was funded. The most of the funding, the original funding, came from a Jewish rich man. All the music industry, all the entertainment industry, anything that we put our hands in where we can make some money, they on the back end making all.
I'm gonna tell you something though. If you took that movement like they did downtown here recently, and you relocated that to the governor's mansion, where the people that you're asking to change whatever, that has the power to speak on it, but we were telling them like, damn, where y'all at? Y'all ain't showing up. The mayors and not the politicians.
They don't give a fuck.
You go to their backyard with that right there, they might wake up like, oh damn, they ain't scared to cross that imaginary boundary.
Yeah.
See, they know there's an imaginary boundary. Long as you stay on that side of the imaginary boundary, they're gonna be on TV watching you like, yeah, we gonna talk about it in the assembly or some shit like that, and invite 2 or 3 of y'all to come out here, you know what I mean? Let you vent a little bit. But if they look out that door, or they get a phone call from their security man down at that gate saying, man, you got about 100 people out here demanding to see you, change the mind.
I mean, like the riots.
Might be some,
We did the opposite to their community that we do to our community.
Yeah. See, they know we get mad about shit and tear up our own shit.
It ain't even about tearing up their shit or tearing up our shit.
We need to be in their
We're
face
not
though.
consistent.
I know, we definitely ain't. Yeah.
I'm talking about consistency with that right there.
We've been indoctrinized into taking this Martin Luther King approach. Yeah. We shall overcome approach, this motherfucking passive ass approach that the white man ain't giving a fuck about it. They not gonna do nothing. They gonna come, show up in force, and then they gonna disperse.
And then they also know this. This is a fact that we're forgetting. When it comes to things like that will be televised, you know what I mean? It's a lot of us brothers and sisters who are under state, federal supervision. We're free in the body, but we still locked up. You know, not in the mind, but in the world. Like we still being accounted for. You know what I mean? We still reporting. You know, me personally, I can't be down.
Motherfucker still telling.
Yeah, motherfucker got a screen. You can go so far, nigga.
Yeah, one of the homies was down there. You know, he's legal to carry and everything. Down with the AR-15 hanging across his back. Me being on federal supervision for the next 5 years, you think I can get seen on camera on the news next to this man with his AR-15? They ain't trying to hear nothing about my political stance on nothing. Report to the office. Right. You see what I'm saying? And it's a lot of us in that situation. You feel what I'm saying?
And trapped in the government.
Well, we would love to be down there. And if it come down to, violence, whatever, so be it. We've been better tested. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't be wise. I'm at the point, I'm at the age and the point where things have to be done in a wise manner. It has to be done with wisdom. You know what I mean?
Not knocking what was
now at all. But
the thing
hats off to them. They went down there handling the business.
Same way we saw multiple groups of them, it needs to be multiple groups of us.
Multiple groups of us.
At the end of the day, ain't nothing gonna change if we ain't consistent like they have been consistent. Yeah. We don't have to confront them. We just gotta be seen.
But that's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making. They can be consistent.
We can be consistent.
You know what I mean? I mean, what I'm saying is, that's organized shit that they doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
They only picking them.
Bylaws, laws, and rules and policies that they stand.
But they smart about whatever point they trying to prove.
The law.
They gonna point out the ones that can be down. Every last one of them white boys is told.
There you go.
And they gonna pick out the one. Yeah. Ain't none of them.
Y'all stay at home.
Yeah, the fellas in the background. Yeah. How many homies can you point out and say, if you're moving like and you say y'all clean legit? Y'all go probably about 3 of them. If that. You feel what I'm saying?
But it ain't about that.
I'm just saying though, it's well
the way
done.
The way they've been doing it, right? How they march, how they show up in force.
We have to get organized like that.
They money. See,
that's hard.
Because there's so many white folks down there visiting and touring and spending money in Nashville. They not scared of seeing white people promote white people. But when you see black people down here promoting black people, you affecting my money because now you're scaring the tourism. Now I'm gonna make it where the white boys can't come down here, and I'm gonna make it where you can't come down here. That's how you gotta show up. Make them change the shit. But if you just show up one time, they like shit. We gonna wait and see if they gonna come again. If they don't come again, then we ain't gotta do nothing. And all you gonna do is see another white group pop up down there because the white people, you got 90% white people down there when these white boys are down there doing what they do.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
They not scared of them.
I really think them white boys gonna come back because basically, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Back. It's multiple groups.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. If I was the orchestrator, coordinator, or leader of them white boys that they confronted, I'd probably be beating all ass like I ain't never seen it out.
But the crazy thing is, the ones they confronted wasn't even the white boys that was out there.
No, it's not. They went. They got word.
The boys in the wrong.
No, they got word that said that they was from Kentucky. They had already went back to Kentucky. We don't know where these ones popped up at to replace them, but the brothers and sisters made them look so bad down there.
So what do you think the next move gonna look like? See, that's
what I'm saying. They gonna come back. They gonna come back. Yeah, they gonna come back.
Now we made them reach out to each other.
Yeah.
Because now we become their issue here.
Yeah.
When we wasn't everybody's issue at first.
To me, it was
because we stood up against it.
When we stood up against what they did to the boys, not what they was doing on their
Visually,
bridge.
it's like we stood up against all of them.
Yeah, but like you said, that stuff that they did on the bridge, we don't care.
Yeah, we don't.
Well,
yeah,
I didn't say we don't care. I don't care because I knew who you was talking to.
Yeah, I knew we were talking to.
But
I was
people
like,
that don't understand what they were saying do care.
But with the little boys, like I said,
that's a different story. Yeah, that's going.
It's like people like, oh, okay.
Nah, that's us.
Yeah.
Them boys is us. You feel what I'm saying? So they reacted off that. You know what I mean? And shoot, it's gonna be a part 2.
It's gonna be a part 2, part 3.
You know what I mean?
Until they change, until they make a law and not allow them, and that's what we need to be forced.
And I thought it was a federal law that was about hate speech or something like that.
Well, that's the thing. They're not down there hate speeching. They're expressing themselves.
When you call a little boy, when you call them monkeys,
hey,
that's a hate speech.
I can call the white. It's not a hate speech because you're speaking to a person. Now you got recorded. Now if you was giving a speech to a group of people and you're promoting hate, you're promoting injuring, harming somebody, then yeah. But they weren't promoting anything. They're just throwing terms out. Whoever snatched this term, then you obviously feel like you that term. You see what I'm saying? That's like if a white man called me a nigga.
That's something they defense
lawyer would say. White man called me a nigga, I'm not going to say I'm a nigga. I'm not going to respond to him.
Shit, I know the fuck.
Unless I think I'm a nigga. Because I'm going to call him a nigga. I'm going to say, shit, all right, what's up, nigga?
Damn right.
I know what the definition of a nigga is.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
Like you say, we got to move people like, well, all of us. I ain't going to say just us because we've been locked up or whatever. All of us as far as black.
Yeah.
We got to move in a more meticulous way.
Oh, absolutely.
We have to move
It's different for us,
Strategic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
now that's what I agree with.
We can't always be reactive if we're not already being proactive. Because if we're always going to be reactive to what somebody else is doing, then ain't nothing ever going to benefit us. We have to be proactive. And if we got people that's sitting here pandering for our votes on a consistent basis that look just like me, look just like you and you, but they ain't standing out there with them boys that went out there and stood.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't on the forefront. They ain't speaking up for our behalf. Then we need to stop voting for them. That's why I said stop voting these Democrats in office anyway, because they don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, if they did, they would have put this shit together. They would have been on Capitol Hill speaking on our behalf, because you the one that can go in there and adjust the law or help make a law or help amend something. But you wasn't speaking. These were street dudes and middle class working men.
Yeah, absolutely.
These was the people that was out there. And like I said,
and that's what I was wondering. Like,
every man that went out there and did what he did, I ain't knocking you, I ain't against you. I just want us to do it better. Yeah. And I want us to do it more consistent. Because if we don't stand together, we gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
And we gonna fall apart in groups.
I was just wondering, like, you know, the number one, I think I put it on my page before, the number one people that black people listen to and follow and ain't gonna lay word is preachers. But they never involve themselves or nothing.
Why would I listen to a lie?
I mean, a bunch of liars out there.
Yeah, and the preacher's the biggest lie.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, what I'm saying is the power that he possesses,
I'm not looking
the
for
influence.
I'm not looking for a man because Marlon.
I'm just saying he's an influence though in the black community, correct?
Nope.
Yeah, the preachers is almost the number one influence in the black
They're the biggest
community.
manipulators of the black community.
They influence, bro.
No, they don't influence, they manipulate.
All right.
Think about it. What did Martin Luther King accomplish? He was a preacher.
I'm saying is
Martin Luther King at the end of his career, before he got killed, said, "Man, I led my people to a slaughter."
bro.
He didn't believe in that dream no more.
Now what I'm saying is
Because
why
he
they just was
realized
not
all I did
present.
was taught you how to accept bullshit.
Yeah.
I taught you how to be passive. I taught you how to allow a motherfucker to mistreat you. And told you, believe in God, that the oppressor's God is gonna save you.
Turn up.
Why am I gonna pray to a motherfucker's God that don't that why would I? And I believe in God. I believe in Allah. I believe there's a higher power. But I'm not gonna look for a preacher to lead me to my salvation because he's manipulating the community every day. That's just like I'm not gonna look for a gang leader to lead me to my salvation, and I've been in a gang because you have a agenda too.
Right, but the thing is, it wasn't about the people that was down there. They come from different backgrounds.
Right.
What
So
I'm saying is, if you can, but if you can, but listen, if you can get, if you're in a role, right, where you are having an influence over hundreds of people that come to your church every Sunday or Saturday or whatever case may be, tune into your Instagram and Facebook live sermons and all that right there, you can, and as a preacher, I guess you're supposed to be like a gatekeeper of peace or something like that. It's your role, one of your roles. Why don't, when we have social injustice like that going on within the black community, why aren't they ever trying to use their influence, their role, or whatever duties that they supposed to stand for? Why are they not standing in front of, stand up for evil for?
I'm gonna tell you why you don't see preachers stand up against police killings, negatives in the black community when they're being mistreated by, being oppressed by another demographic of people. They're gonna lose their federal funding. They're gonna lose that money that they get from the government. They're gonna lose that assistance from the government. Now you gotta understand, most of these big churches, they all have daycares, right? Them daycares get government funding. So if my name is attached to, if my church is attached to this daycare that's getting government funding to have these kids here, I stand out against anything that's political or getting anything that's political or against anything that's against the city. These people coming to shut me down. So it's all about money. So the people don't really matter to you. What you can bring in is the only thing that matters. So I ain't saying fuck a preacher because there's some good pastors out here. There's some good preachers out here, but I'm not looking for them to lead me. I need a man that's gonna stand just like me.
We ain't looking for the leader. The question is, why aren't they involved?
They can't. They can't.
Lose that money. It's all about the check.
It's all about the money. Everything is about motherfucking a green piece of paper with a white face on.
Because it's the outcast, what they consider as outcasts, sinners, no goods. Those the ones that mainly is gonna put in the footwork when it comes to a movie like what was done recently.
I said when I told you a long time.
And majority of them guys work. Majority of them guys got jobs.
Right.
You know, they work. They're hard-working men.
And this is what you need to have a legitimate black movement in this city. You need the church, the streets, and the people. If you don't have all three,
I agree to
then
that.
you only doing, you're not gonna accomplish much. Because once you have the church, the streets, and the people all together, then you got everybody. You see what I'm saying? But if you got this church over here on its own thing, this church over here on its own, churches don't even work together. So why would I want a preacher that ain't willing to work with another preacher to lead me anywhere?
The last church I
But all y'all about the same thing. All y'all say God is the idea. God is the motivation. God is the salvation. But y'all won't even work together.
Oh, look, the last church I went to, they got rid of the pastor. It was a Methodist church, and they said they got rid of him because he preached like a Baptist preacher. And I'm like, what?
I don't even know the difference, really.
And that's when I really was like, yeah, church is crazy. You know what I mean?
But it ain't even about church. We just need to just be more consistent. Don't if we gonna come together, and I ain't got no problem with coming. I just ain't no motherfucking organizer. I'm a soldier. I'm on the front line when the shit pop. I just ain't finna be out there talking, holding up no fucking sign that ain't gonna get no none of that. I ain't finna go to jail for nothing.
They said, let my people go.
Yeah, it's other people that's gonna do that job. I got a job to do when the shit pop. I'm gonna let the people that want to go out there and march and protest and do this Dr. Martin Luther King shit. Hey, more power to you. I ain't knocking you, but be more consistent in doing it then if you're gonna do it. Just don't stand up one time, because the only thing you're doing after that is sitting back down.
I commend them for even just going out.
Trying. The effort,
real.
in itself is commendable.
No,
Because it take a lot to get a group of us together to do something peaceful.
I got a feeling though that they're gonna end up calling the main ones or whatever. I got a feeling probably the politicians might want to talk to them.
I got a feeling it's gonna be a big it's gonna be multiple groups gonna come together and push through downtown. Not us, them. And we're gonna be reactive again.
Yeah, it's gonna make.
And then we're gonna and that's when shit's gonna explode. It's gonna ignite.
I mean,
if it don't ignite, they gonna change the laws. And say,
the Civil War
they can't come down here, and they can't come down here. No grouping up together. No more of this. And you really be violating.
I mean, we passed due for old Civil War anyway, bro.
Yeah.
We passed due for.
That's coming with the politics that we get.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Anyway. It's gonna be the gut,
Civil War.
Yeah, it's Civil War passed due anyway. But the thing is, though.
I'm not promoting Civil War though.
Nah, I'm just saying it's passed due. You can feel it in there.
Oh yeah, you can feel it in there. It's tight.
But one thing I do see in this day and age, you know what I mean, that it'll be of course, gonna be the people against the government. And at that point, you in survival mode like that, at that point, listen, it don't matter if you black or white. They even gonna see that. Yeah. Like, dude, we finna go up against the national fucking guard or something, you feel me? Save me if you can. I'm finna save you if I can. You know what I mean? All the races come together against like that.
We'll all be in the house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Martial law going into effect.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But even COVID-19, they try to do that same exercise, and it lasted for so long, and then everybody started bucking that.
Yeah, because they got
you only gonna contain so long.
They accomplished their goal. These motherfuckers spend this money on these shots. So go take these shots that we done spent all billions of dollars.
I ain't gonna lie, they doped me up with that. I'll never do it again.
I'll take another shot.
No, I ain't never doing that again.
I took 1 million shots as a kid for free.
Bro, my heart. After 10 months, my heart started beating at its regular rhythm. After about 10 months.
You had a regular heartbeat after that?
For about 10 months. My heart was fluttering for about 10 months, just out of the blue for long periods of time.
Okay, look, you got anything you want to say to the people before you got here? Any message you want to let these people, viewers, anything you want to say to them? Or how they reach you or anything like that?
No, I appreciate you brothers, man, inviting me here. I'm looking forward to talking about a little bit more topics. So many.
We're going into the next phase.
So many.
Closing this part out.
What?
Yeah, we got another guest that we finna add to the show. And we're gonna keep this conversation going. We probably got for more topics, more personal views, more opinions, more our objective is for all of us to come together anyway.
My man say what?
Yeah.
He said what because he was excited.
Yeah, this is my first one, so I'm learning how it go. But yeah, I definitely feel at home here, man. Definitely look forward to even more interviews, and who knows, might become a permanent fixture on the show. But I got a lot of opinions, a lot of perspectives on different things, man, and
so that's what we trying to
enjoy.
Do. Give everybody. We trying to let the people speak.
Yeah.
And you part of the people. Our next guest is gonna be part of the people. Our last two guests, part of the people. We want us as a whole. Our show is about coming together and speaking our truth. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it can't just be my truth. It can't just be TY truth. It got to be the people truth. And the more of it that coincides and works together, this is how we create the atmosphere for us to stand up together and push together. Mm-hmm. We just got to all be on one accord.
What was that phrase we was using? Like we didn't want to get sued, but it was similar to the food booth. What y'all saying?
For us, by us.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, it was something.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we gonna get sued, but yeah, we gonna catch y'all in a minute, man. Get this other guy here.
Plenty much love.
All right.
Fight the power. Get you a red cup.